Adam,
Hey,
welcome.
Russ. Good to see you.
Hey,
Hey, thanks for having me.
go ahead and have a seat. I always like to talk a little bit before we start, get a good sense of what you're feeling, needing, wanting. Every session is different. Of course, this is your first session, so a lot of this session is going to be about learning your body and how it's unique and what your needs are throughout the session. Things are going to come up. You're always welcome to communicate. But before I start, I always like to know if you have any preferences, anything you should know or I should know about your body. Any intentionality for the session also is really good. Any information that you give to me, I will be able to use to customize your experience for you.
Okay, awesome. Well, I've heard a lot about your work, and so yeah, I feel really blessed to be here with you. A few things. I do work on a computer a fair amount, and I feel like I hold a lot of like stress on my shoulders. So I feel like physically there's probably like a fair amount there. And then kind of where I'm at right now, it's been like a lot of big transitions in my life. And so I'm just grateful to be like in that theta wave space and to be able to receive. And yeah, I mean, I just trust you also to see like, what do you notice? Like, what do you notice that's going on? Is there areas that seem more tight or need a little extra care and to sort of, take that journey? I tend to be able to withstand quite a lot of pressure. So I'm down for super duper deep, and we'll let you know if it's a little too intense. But I'm also, sometimes like more like flowy light is, sort of like dealer's choice is kind of where I'm at.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for your first session, like I said, we're learning your body, and so throughout the session there might be moments where we get to a threshold where you're like, that's my limit right there, or and I like to find where that edge is for you, but not go past it. I don't want to like negotiate with your body. I want to go as deep as we can go based on where your body's inviting me. And if there's any point where you're like, and your body's not really able to receive, then I'm not going to push past that.
Great.
There might be a moment where you want to go a lot deeper, and that's great. We can go even deeper, and then I'll just encourage you to use your breath and use your awareness to make sure your body's able to receive it, to like release. There's a lot of unconscious holding in the body that we all hold, and you think, well, I feel like I'm relaxed, but in this moment, it's like it's not happening. And so we can always give it the opportunity. Like I said, using your breath and your awareness and a little bit of encouragement.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm not gonna struggle. It's not gonna be like a torture session.
Cool.
So and really, I'm oftentimes just trying to find that balance between it being really effective, like clinically effective, and also just being really enjoyable. And finding that balance for each person is going to be a little bit different.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And is there anything else I should know about your body, injuries or?
I had a surgery here, my right ankle, like 10 years ago. These days it feels pretty good, but like every once in a while there's like built up scar tissue there.
Yeah.
From a climbing accident. Other than that, nothing like acute.
I usually like to go through some of the tools I might use in this session.
Okay.
And I don't know what tools I'll use until we kind of get there. Have you ever had cupping before?
Yeah, one time before.
Is that something you're open to?
Yeah.
I also have a device that uses like electricity. It vibrates, and it actually is really great for scar tissue and old injuries, things like that. Sounds like you're kind of just open to whatever kind of shows up, and just to use my intuition and that sort of thing.
And I know so many people that have had a lot of like beautiful work from you, and so yeah, I really just trust the process and whatever you think is going to be the most healing.
Great. It's going to be really good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Too.
feel refreshed, real loved up. Yeah, kind of calm. Yeah, I'm just feeling just kind of vibrating. Something I'm really appreciating. It didn't really feel like there was like an agenda of like we're gonna do this style, and like I feel like it was super intuitive. There were like a few like moments of like I feel like Russ had a few like light bulb moments. He's like, I'm noticing this, or we're gonna try this. Like we're gonna actually like we're gonna be on the mat, and like actually like let's go to the table. Like there's something I want to do there. So I felt like it was very, I don't know, customized to sort of like what I was needing in this moment. I felt really seen. Like I think he noticed like a lot of things I was experiencing, but also like that my hips were pretty tight and that my mid back was pretty tight, and that those things were actually connected to some of the things I'm feeling in my shoulder. So yeah, I really appreciated like the intuitiveness and I just felt like there was so much care and intention. Russ's strength is like another level. So like I really appreciated that, like without that he was able to move me a little bit deeper without like a ton of effort. I'm kind of used to like when I've been worked by smaller human beings that like you're kind of trying to like get some like leverage, and I feel like he was able to do that like while staying centered and like yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I like very intense sensations, so like the heat being sort of like at the limit of like what might be okay. Like I really enjoyed that, and I could tell he was like waiting for them to cool down till like just the right moment that my body could take it. I feel like he was like very aware of like my edge, both like physically like being stretched, but also like what I was going to be able to handle. That just seemed, it was like right at the like that like perfect like stretch zone. And I love like the surroundings are super beautiful and serene, and the music was like on point, and the essential oils were like another like level. Definitely, I'm sure that'll be back here. I know a lot of people that have received from Russ and have just like loved that experience. So I'm feeling a lot of gratitude to be in this community, and that Russ is in this community and loving people up and sharing his medicine with people. It just I can like tell that like he really lives to to support people like on their journeys.